Cash prize or non-cash incentives and rewards?
Cash prize.
Mama or jowa?
Mama.
Gymnastics or resistance training?
Resistance training.
Individual sports or team sports?
Team sports.
Would you rather be an Olympic gold medalist or just live the life you have now?
The life I have right now.
This is Modern Tribe. Modern families, timeless principles.
The Carlos Yulo story. The price of success, the fame, the family, and the fallout.
Alright. So, nag-fast talk muna tayo. The first question was, cash prize or non-cash incentives and rewards? Pero alam mo ba, nabasa ko kanina lang na yung value pala ng rewards ni Carlos, kasama na yung magkasama na yung cash at saka yung non-cash incentives and rewards ay parang nag-run na siya to 100 million pesos. Diba? Kasama na lahat yun. Nitong Friday. So, yeah, grabe.
Laki. Kasama na dun yung value ng kondo, ng sasakyan.
Yeah, cash and non-cash.
Yung mga businesses, wow.
Nag-run siya ng 100 million pesos.
Imagine that. No?
Pero, bakit nga ba cash prize ang pinili mo? Ayaw mo ba ng mga non-cash incentives and rewards for investment?
Well, knowing the value of the incentives, malaki yun for sure.
Yes.
Pero on my end, I want to have freedom when it comes to my cash flow. Kasi dun sa, let's say, sa condo, although mataas yung value ng condo, pero parang limited yung space. I mean, limited yung option natin doon. And then, at the same time, doon sa mga free lifetime na mga
Meron siyang
restaurants,
mga
buffet.
Meron siyang mga flights.
Right. Okay yung mga ganun. Pero yung options na parang by principle na force ka na gumamit ng ganung service o yung product nila. Whereas, kapag meron kang cash prize, you have the freedom what to do with the money. So, either you want to, of course, pwede kang mag-invest, mag-start a business. So, that one, I think, has a greater value on the long run. How about you?
The long run. Ako parang na-tempt ako dun sa non-cash incentives and rewards. Pero pipiliin ko rin yung, yung cash prize. And then, na lang, I will choose kung saan ko i-invest yung pera, at least my choice, di ba? Kasi nga, parang sabi mo, in a way, parang nalilimitahan ka. But I would appreciate either way. Yeah.
Mataas din kasi yung value ng ng pera na binigay.
Yeah,
Diba?
and if, for example, you don't want to use the condo, you can just keep it and then maybe have it rented. It can
Correct.
also generate
Yeah.
income, diba?
Yeah.
Saka, plus the inflation. So, if I pick cash price, siguro mag-hire ako ng expert na mag-distribute ng
That's
money
right.
ko
Right.
to profitable naman ng mga investment.
You know what? That's a wise choice. Knowing yung value, let's say 100 million, yung latest natin
Hindi
na
yung
data.
cash.
I mean yung value.
Okay,
Yeah.
yung value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, parang sudden kasi yung pag-flow ng ganung value ng pera, no? So, if you don't have the enough experience, it would be best to hire an expert
yeah.
to simplify yung pag-manage ng pera kasi it takes a lot of experience on how to simplify it for you, no? So that your money will work for you.
And you have to beat inflation.
Oh,
You
yes.
have to make
Yeah.
wise decisions.
Dapat. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so our source pala is from Rappler.
Okay. That's
This
good.
is just like 10 hours ago.
Mm.
Okay. Ito yung controversial question kanina. Siguro marami yung taas ng kilay dito. Sabi ko, mama or jowa? Sabi mo, mama.
Yes.
Bakit mama?
If yung option doon, mama or
Asawa.
asawa, I'll go for asawa kasi that will be my first
Si
ministry.
Shirley.
Right. Pero kapag wala pang covenant of marriage, it would
Big
be
word.
best to prioritize your mom first. No? Doon sa story ni Carlos Yulo, actually napaka-challenging at saka complicated because na-put sila sa spotlight, and when you talk about family, there will be a messy part of it. No one is exempted, I'd say, when it comes to the family issues.
Na ano lang, ang sad lang kasi parang na-overshadow yung success niya.
Right.
Yun, hindi pagkakaunawaan between him and his mom.
That's
and
true. That's true, right?
his girlfriend.
Mas trending ata yung family issues niya kaysa sa gold medal.
Ayaw talagang tumigil ng mga tao.
Right. Kasi yun mas crunch yun sa chika eh. Yung
Tsaka,
issues.
ang daming engagements ng mga posts
Right.
about, either nagbabash kay mama or nagbabash kay Chloe, yung
Right.
girlfriend niya.
Yeah. Kasi aside from its hot issue, I think it's a Filipino thing.
Yeah.
I think all parents and most of the parents and the children have a story to tell when it comes to that, especially kapag involved yung money. Actually, last time nakita ko sa international news
Oo, natatandaan
Yeah.
yun.
yung
Share
na-highlight is not yung 2 gold medals ni Yulo, but actually yung family feud nila.
Nako, naging international news na.
Yes, and it actually garnered a lot of impressions at saka engagements doon sa post na yun, no? So, very interesting. So, going back dun sa sagot ko, why I prioritize my mom over my girlfriend, because again, my priority is my family, no? And if you are not yet engaged or in the covenant of marriage, technically, she's not your family yet.
Yeah.
Tama. So,
Marami pa rin possibilities.
maraming possibilities and there are a lot of risks. So let's say you go all in doon sa girlfriend mo, you put all your heart and resources to her, and then di kayo end up nagkatuluyan. It's very sad. No? Whereas kapag meron kayong family feud, no, your mom will always be your mom, regardless of what will happen, no?
So, sang-ayon ka sa blood is thicker than water.
Yes, because yung family bond will always be there, regardless of the situation. You cannot really change your birth certificate. You can change your parents, but we appreciate them for our existence. Yung parents natin.
So, speaking of appreciating our existence because of our parents, merong nag-trending din to yung tong phrase na to. Sabi nila, overused daw. At mali daw yung pagkakagamit ng Bible verse na honor your father and your mother.
What's your point? What's your take on that?
Mahirap to. Honor your father and your mother. Well, our parents, just like any other human being, deserve respect.
Right.
Diba? Most especially our parents. Because, yun nga, as our way of appreciating them din. And hindi ko naman siya matatawag na utang na loob. But, more on being grateful and appreciative that they still chose to give birth. Kasi pwede namang hindi, pinigilan nila, di ba? Pero hindi. So, the fact lang na ganun, I'm grateful. And because let's say I overflow with appreciation, yun, parang nagpa-follow na yung pag-honor.
Correct. Right.
sa kanila. And, yun nga, just like any human being, they deserve to be respected. And, pag meron man mga di pagkakaunawaan, may nagawang mali, or there's always a better way to solve
Right.
misunderstandings na hindi sila nababastos.
Right. Pero let's say, di ba, respect begets respect. So, what's your take? Let's say, for example, yung parent mo is arrogant and is willful when it comes to offending you and disrespecting you. What's your take on that?
Again, Pag kasi, personally, pag nag-show ako na ng any form of disrespect, ako din yung mag-a-appear na masama. And I don't want to, as Christians, I don't want to represent Christ that
Correct.
way. So, yun nga, if binato ka ng bato, I don't even believe na babatuhin mo ng tinapay. Okay. Ano ka muna? Give them time or space. Kasi, I believe na kapag hindi mo papatulan yung taong nagbato sa'yo ng bato, nasa sa kanila na yun eh. Dalawa lang naman yun. It's either ma-realize nila that hindi pala tama yung ginawa nila. Or they will stay na magiging matigas. Pero, I can always like cut ties
Alright.
with them without having to bato back.
Alright. It takes a lot of patience though, in the courage to say it, because
Easier said than done.
right, yeah, the easiest way is to just respond it that way. I mean,
Naturally.
it's hard to keep your anger.
And stay still.
Yeah, stay still. And that's why it takes a lot of patience then and discipline when it comes to managing your emotions. But actually with that, kasi yung family natin, we are dealing with them in a way na makikita natin yung not just the bad parts but also the worst parts.
Yeah.
And we have to deal with them. And then the thing is, you can just break up with your parents. Like your girlfriend. Tama. You have to stay with them because you are bonded together by blood. Tama.
Yes, hindi basta-basta na
Hindi
nakakat
basta-basta.
yung ties. Well, between the two of us, coming from me, yun actually, mas na-model mo yung patience, yung hindi pagpatol.
Talaga.
Yes.
That's good. Hindi ko kasi na-notice yan eh. Pero actually, the thing about you, you are able to manage things, especially on an emotional side. Open ka when it comes to correction and changes as well. So,
Bakit nagiging feedbacking mo?
change natin yung topic natin.
Anyway, so, alam mo ba na merong dugtong
Hmm.
tong commandment na to. So, often daw siya associated with a promise of well-being and longevity.
Right. There's promise attached to it.
Yeah,
That-
sabi dito sa Exodus, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you.
Right. On a practical side, when you honor your parents, you are removing bitterness and
Those hatred.
hatred and unforgiving spirit that's in you. Those things actually will kill you softly
Faster.
and faster. So on a practical side, we know that stress is a silent killer. And when you don't process your emotions well, especially with your parents, of course, no, you will go to heaven faster. So that's on the practical side. And the thing I think with our parents is we are asked by the Lord to love them, not because they're good,
Yeah, not
Yeah.
because they are good.
but because they are our parents. And if you see them as your enemies, Jesus is radical in the sense that you are called to love your enemies. And how can you say that you love God whom you don't see, and you can't love your parents whom you see? So that's the challenge. But again, may karugtong din yung verse na yan kasi.
Before that, maganda tong nabasa ko. Sabi, theologically, itong commandment na to, honor your parents or your mother and your father, this is viewed as a foundation for social harmony because di ba the family is the basic unit of society.
Right. Yeah.
So, foundation siya ng
Right.
social harmony.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So if you destroy the smallest and the fundamental
Unit.
of the society, of course, it will have its domino effect. Tama? Right, right. So dun yung karugtong naman So, nung verse na yan, ano yung karugtong?
Ito, ano din, sumikat din to. Pero maganda tong mga ganitong circumstances because na-open yung eyes ng mga tao about biblical verses
Right.
na didiscuss yung context.
Mm.
Masaya naman. Anyway, yung karugtong is ito, the phrase, parents do not provoke your children.
To anger. Right.
Oo. So, this is from, meron to sa Ephesians, meron din siya sa Colossians.
And then you have to bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. That's very
Yes.
important. So the context is, of course, you have to honor your parents. But of course, as much as possible, as the greater authority, parents, you must be aware of the instances in which you can trigger yung emotions ng anak ninyo, which may lead to some wounds at saka unnecessary arguments.
Correct.
So, dun sa parents naman, yes, you have greater authority, but there must be an avenue in which you can process your conflicts respectfully. Yung situation ni Yulo is not unique, is not new. It's common. It's a Filipino thing.
Yeah, maraming ganyan.
It's just that Olympic medalist lang siya. Hindi lang, but actually, it's a greater height. That's why he garnered a lot of attention because of that. So, that's the thing about fame, no? It breeds a lot of, judgments from people all around.
Parang yung privacy mo, unti-unting nawawala.
Correct, right? Yeah. Well, that's the thing about the parenting and honoring side. And I do believe that the best way to deal with bad emotions is to be calm and to step back. If I were in the situation of Yulo, I don't know what I would do. Hindi ko alam because of course of the pressure and the social limelight. Grabe, no? So,
But there were statements naman na sabi ni Yulo na forgive niya daw yung ano niya.
that's
Yung
good.
mom niya.
That's good.
Yeah. And yun nga yung verse is parents do not provoke your children. Your children deserve the respect din naman
Correct.
na binibigay din nila sa'yo.
Hmm.
So I totally disagree with what the mom did na kung kailan na-highlight yung achievement ni Carlos, parang dun din siya naki-excel.
Mm,
I think there's a proper venue
right.
and a better way to
Right.
settle
That's it. Naprovoke
the family.
si Carlos sa anger because of, I think nakita ko yung mga post niya online. And parang may public shame doon sa kay Carlos from her mom herself.
His mom.
So yeah, that's the thing about provoking them to anger.
Yes.
Right.
Parang if you want to settle something, you can always do it in private
Right.
or wait for the proper time na kapag tapos na yung Olympics, maybe you can meet with your son, let him, enjoy naman his achievement
Yes.
and let the nation celebrate, our pride dahil nagka 2 medals tayo without having the para siyang parasite na kumakapit sa success na story. I mean yung issue the issue, it becomes a parasite to the success story.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Grabe. Pero it takes a lot of of self-control, yung being nonchalant. Kasi I think that's a good quality din. To be quiet in the midst of storm at saka noises. Right?
So, yun nga, for parents, you have to make sure, be careful with how you discipline your children. Kasi baka sobra na. Ganun. Dapat firm, pero fair.
Firm at saka fair. That's good.
Yes. Kasi yun yung sabi mo, without breaking their spirit. Marami kasing well, let's say problems or challenges na na-encounter natin with teenagers and even adults na. Because meron silang childhood wounds.
Right.
Diba? Hindi maganda yung mga, meron silang trauma siguro,
Right,
hindi magaganda yung mga naranasan nila. And a big factor
Yeah.
of that is the mom or the dad.
That's true. You know what? I can track yung life ng mga successful men, especially men.
Stressful,
Yung life nila,
Mhm.
especially yung mga successful men.
successful.
They have this common thread with the energy they got when it comes to their success. Most of them, not all, pero nakita ko yung thread in which most of them came from a challenging family.
May mga hugot sila,
Yeah.
parang ganun.
Either their abuse or fatherlessness, hindi present yung parents nila. And that led them to this taking responsibility of their future and that they wanted to prove their worth. So it turned out to be good. And I don't know the whole story, of course, of Carlos Yulo, his motivation and everything, but that led him to be the champion. No, so not taking the responsibility of your future, I think, is a very dangerous drug. Kasi you're blaming everything to your parents. No? So Carlos Yulo, I think that the thing that I really appreciate about this man is he didn't blame his past. Didn't blame his parents.
He didn't let it define him.
Correct. If he had let him define it, no, yung circumstances niya, most likely he won't be Olympic gold medalist.
Yes. Although wala akong masyadong nabasang articles or posts about sa girlfriend, if nakialam ba siya, or but many people are bashing her. Kawawa na.
Well, I don't know. Ano yung feels mo? Bakit binabash siya?
Meron akong unreliable source na
source, no?
nabasa. Disclaimer lang, baka hindi to totoo. It has something to do daw with mas pinili daw ni Carlos na i-house yung girlfriend niya kaysa sa brother niya that time. Parang meron ganung stage yan. So, isa siguro yun sa mga hindi nagustuhan ng mom. Pero nakita ko talaga na hindi daw siya boto
Yung mom sa girlfriend. What do you think?
Mahirap pag ganun, no? Hindi ko alam kung bakit. Pero mahirap yung yung position ni Carlos
Right,
na
yeah.
hindi nagkakaintindihan or
Right.
not in good terms yung mom mo at yung girlfriend.
He's torn between two lovers, I think. Right.
Yes.
Yung sa girlfriend niya naman, I don't know the whole story again, pero I think one of the reasons why marami siyang bashers is parang grabe yung appear na dun sa mga videos ni Carlos Yulo na, for example, dun sa part na Carlos Yulo release a statement tapos nasa likod yung girlfriend niya. So parang it made an impression na si Carlos is not stepping up, no, as a man. And parang yung image was parang yung girlfriend yung nagdidictate, no, nung
I see.
parang nakakaalam dun sa family matters. Well, you can really say that because parang nadamay na din siya eh. Correct. So,
But come to think of it, it's also crucial, no? Your role as a partner,
Right.
as a girlfriend.
Right.
It's also crucial because what you say can affect your partner or your boyfriend's decision towards his family.
right.
So I guess it also helps if you pick a partner who wants to make an effort na maging good terms with your family.
Right.
Who will nurture
Mm.
yung respect mo
Mm.
sa family mo, even if may mga misunderstanding.
Right. Yung sa girlfriend naman, I read na sabi ni Carlos, yung girlfriend niya daw was present even though hindi pa siya naka-gold
Yeah, in fairness naman.
in down times and
That's
low times. I heard this quote na your girl deserves your everything when she joined you in your downest time when you had nothing. Tama. So,
Parang
that's-
familiar yan.
Yeah, very familiar. I really appreciate that quote. And also, dun sa kay Carlos, it's really, really important for a man to step up. No? Yung man kasi at the end of the day is the head of the family.
Will be the
No? We're talking about fatherhood.
Mhm.
So, hindi pa naman parent si Carlos, hindi pa naman siya tatay. Pero I see na in the future, man should be the leader of the household, calling the shots, taking the blame, no? And leading the family. So they say the man is the head, but actually the woman is the neck of the family.
Oh.
So which is stronger, head or neck? Yung neck kasi yung magta-turn, no? Sa direction gusto, no? Pero as a man, we are called really to step up and man up and decide, but of course, honoring the people around us as well, no? And loving. That's why it comes with responsibility. When you're head of the house, you're called to protect and to provide and to love the people your household, especially. Yeah.
Well, we pray for the family to be in a good terms.
Correct. Yeah. I
think it's it's slowly happening.
For sure. And kasi magiging distraction yun kay Carlos eh. I hope he wins another 3, 4, 5 gold medals.
Wow. Next Olympics.
Right, yeah.
Ito, sige, next question was a no-brainer for you. Siyempre, tanungin ka ba naman, gymnastics or resistance training?
Right, yeah.
Obviously, you picked resistance training. Pero alam mo ba na isa ka sa mga napakaraming Filipinos, especially men, no, na hindi naman sa ayaw sa gymnastics. Pero syempre, mas pipiliin talaga ang resistance training. Kaya naman, tingnan natin dito ang stats natin when it comes to male or men, and even female who choose gymnastics to be a career. Sige. Meron dito globally, the International Gymnastics Federation, well, hindi sila nagpapublish ng exact figures, no? But there are likely tens of thousands of competitive male gymnasts worldwide. Kita mo naman, diba? Grabe sila nung nanonood tayo ng Olympics. Parang hindi ko akalain na, kinakareer na pala talaga even ng mga lalaki gymnastics. So sa US, around 13,000 male gymnasts are registered with USA Gymnastics. Ito nagulat ako, Japan. Powerhouse pala siya in men's gymnastics and has thousands of male gymnasts across various age level. Hindi nakakagulat to. For the female, merong 100,000 female gymnasts registered with USA. Grabe si Simone.
Right.
Wala na kasi Simone. Ano pa ba? It's estimated that there are hundreds of thousands of female gymnasts across all competitive levels globally.
Right.
Naalala ko yung best friend ko isa sa mga best friends ko nung elementary was a gymnast. Grabe yung katawan niya. Anyway, nasabi ko yun because that time, parang wala akong nakikitang lalaking gymnast.
Right.
Diba? Mas marami talagang female na
Yeah.
gymnasts.
Even in my time, elementary, high school, when you say gymnast,
Babae talaga.
yeah, babae most of the time. So this one, I think the future is bright for male gymnasts in the Philippines. Kasi Carlos Yulo made
Especially because of the spring.
Yeah, he led the way. And that's why maraming kabataan ngayon most likely will start to explore gymnasts regardless of your gender. And the thing that I like about Carlos Yulo because of the pride that he got for the Philippines is the Olympic medal is not just about winning gold for yourself. It creates ripple effect for the country. Not just being patriot, loving your country, but actually yung interest for a particular sport. Imagine mo, nagkaroon ng spotlight yung gymnast. Most likely, maraming initiatives mag-create niyan. Maraming mga competitions will arise because of that. And there will be tens, if not hundreds, thousands of children na enroll sa mga gymnast coaching summer camp right after ng Olympics. No?
Yeah, siguro merong gymnastics lessons for both male and female
Correct.
students.
Right. Yeah.
Marami nga akong social media friends na tinatag nila yung mga anak nila.
Magtumbling ka na.
Oo, mag-start na daw mag-tumbling. Tsaka
Yeah.
meron din akong mga friends na professionals na, mag-change daw sila, mag-switch career daw sila.
Wow. Dun sa reason why I chose resistance training is, of course, that's my profession right now, coach. Pero the thing about gymnast kasi, it's also a form of resistance training. By its definition, resistance training means working your body against a force or weight. That's why you can see yung biceps ni Carlos
Grabe,
is
solid. Very solid.
very solid. Because he's doing resistance training.
Oh, I see. So it comes with it.
Right. So resistance training makes your body strong and flexible and functional. So hindi lang gymnast yung ginagawa ni Carlos. Also resistance training. Well, by itself, yung gymnast is also a form of
Gymnastics.
yung gymnast is also a form of resistance training. Well, how about you?
Ako?
Yeah.
Siyempre, resistance training. Hindi
Oo.
kasi ako marunong mag-tumbling. I try.
Yeah.
Pero natatakot talaga ako kahit mag-cartwheel before.
Right.
I was supposed to be a floor dancer. Pero
Wow.
hindi natuloy. Ayoko.
Well, actually, asset yung height mo. Kasi sa gymnast, hindi basihan yung height eh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
qualified.
You're qualified. More than qualified. Right.
Oh, sige. How about sa resistance training? Bakit, although marami ng gymnasts na male, kukonti pa rin sila because most men talaga gusto yung like weightlifting.
Right.
Ganun.
Right.
So, actually, over 60 million Americans, global figures, engage in some form of resistance training. America pa lang yun, 60 million. How much more worldwide? Okay, hundreds of millions of people pala ang nag-engage in resistance training worldwide.
Wow.
Isa tayo dun.
Yes, sir. Galing.
So, bakit kaya? Ano ba yung mga benefits? Bakit kaya hundreds of millions of people ang nag-resistance training?
Well, it's the given knowledge na when you work out, not just you build muscle, but it is for your health. No, so it's a well-established fact that you really need to work out. So it's getting more popular. And if you're not working out, you should feel not normal because the normal should be you should be moving around. So,
Ibig sumasabay siya sa yung popularity ng working out or resistance training. Sumasabay siya sa pag-rise din ng medical conditions and health issues.
Right. So merong knowledge doon sa kontra doon sa mga illnesses.
Yeah.
That's good.
People started, opening their eyes to more natural ways or approaches
Right.
to combat and mas maganda to prevent
Yes.
these rising, dumadaming medical conditions also.
100%. Right.
So go for resistance training, guys.
Let's go.
Eto, individual or team sports? Sagot ko kanina, team sports. Ayaw
Team
mo ng
sports.
individual sports.
Well,
Bakit?
first, when it comes to team sports, the thing about team sports is you will gain new friends and then you will really learn how to work with a team.
For
I think it's
extroverts.
more powerful, right? Yeah. And also, you there's a greater impact if you have team members. Kasi aside from brotherhood, no? Let's say you go for basketball or volleyball, set of friends, but somebody who can challenge and push you. Now, when it comes to individual sports, I really want that as a direction for Philippine sports. If you look at our records, most sa mga medals natin are from individual sports.
Yes.
So I would say, as for our directions Philippines, if I were given a chance na to be asked, ano yung suggestion mo sa Olympics natin sa Philippines, no? I'd say, kasi binigyan ng, ito yung ginawa ni BBM President Marcos. He actually spent time with Carlos Yulo and he asked questions kung paano pa daw ma-improve, no, yung Olympics natin na ranking.
Yeah, after the
Suggestion.
Heroes World Cup.
So imagine myself, no, for like 5 minutes, if I were Carlos Yulo and BBM asked me anong dapat i-gawin, no, to improve our system, I'd say dapat merong university really focused for Olympics, no? Grooming them to be our next champions. Kasi to be Olympian, to
Maganda yan.
win gold medals, you have to spend years upon years, decades upon decades of training, mastery. So, if the parent together with the government are able to detect that from early ages 4, 5, 6, and then give them the avenue to be laser focused on the chosen field, and then expose them to the right environment, right material, right coaching, the future is bright for the Philippines. So that's number one, yung education, yung access to it. So I can visualize there will be regional Olympic, let's say, Philippine Olympic University. Let's call it that way. Na lang.
Ganda.
Philippine Olympic, POU. No? POU. So may mga centers yan all over the Philippines. So it takes a lot of investment. And then the curriculum is customized. No? They will not be dwelling much on the academics. I think they can learn it in the real life, but they have to pour in their time to the sports that they decide to be a master on. So, and then this one takes a lot of investment, and wala siyang, if you can look at it, yung sports kasi at the surface, it doesn't give you direct profit.
It's a long-term investment.
It's a long-term investment. Pero yung the thing that it will bring you, no, value, which I think is more important than money, is yung national pride, no, and then yung sense of competitiveness, no, which we need in real workplace. So yun yung mga things na money can't buy.
Yeah, the rewards
Right.
far outweigh the
Right.
costs.
Right, yeah. Some people would say kapag meron kang gold medalist, may mataas yung tourism mo, but actually parang that one you cannot measure it. Pero I think we have to improve our moral. And 'di ba nung nanalo si Carlos, lahat tayo parang tumaas yung moral natin. Yung sense of pride natin
Siyempre.
tumaas, no? And it will bring more talents din sa Philippines. I'm sure, no? Kapag nasa other countries ka, you will cheer for the Filipinos din. No? Tama? So,
Actually, nakakuha din ng attention si Jake. Yan. Ng Great Britain. Because he's half
that's why.
Filipino. Iba
Mm.
talaga yung Philippine pride. Kahit
Correct.
hindi mo na-represent yung Philippines. The Filipinos will always be proud of you.
Right. Yeah.
Do you think we need to, or our government needs to rethink budget allocation for individual and team sports?
Definitely yes. Definitely yes. Na bigyan ng too much allocation, no? May imbalance.
Yung team sports.
Yung team sports. Kasi of course, yung first love natin sa Philippines, no, by ratio of popularity, is yung basketball. No? That's why, because that's the most popular, yun yung binibigyan ng pansin. So may...
Football din yata. Especially
Football
nung
din.
sumikat yung ASCA.
Right, yeah. But that, I think not as much as basketball.
Grabe talaga yung basketball.
So, when it comes to, if you look at it in a economic side, yung return on investment, no, it's not paying you off. Kasi walang walang results.
Walang wins.
Right. Although in some tournaments it's doing well, pero in an international level like Olympics, hindi siya nag-yield ng results. So I believe na you have to put your investment dun sa bibigyan ng return. Mas malaking return. So I think we can start reorganizing yung budget natin, starting with the strengths ng Filipinos in which we most likely will win. So, I'd go for, of course, weightlifting. Kasi, of course, si Edelyn Diaz yung nag-set ng path.
She has an academy now.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Let's go for that. Let's support that. Also, si boxing, of course, Manny Pacquiao. Right. And doon sa gymnast. By the way, yung tatlong sports na to doesn't require really na mataas ka. Yung height mo mataas. No?
Which, for Filipinos,
Yeah.
it's an advantage.
Right. So, yeah. How about you? What do you think about the team sports? Yung allocation ng budget natin dito.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And while I was doing my research, maganda tong mga nakita ko na how we can improve how we tawag dito prepare, for example, for the Olympics when it comes to individual and team sports. So maganda yung nabasa ko na we can try specialized training for individual athletes since that's our strength, individual sports, without naman compromising team sports development. And ang kagandahan sa team sports development natin, because nade-develop siya from the grassroots. So, di ba, bata ka pa lang na-expose ka na sa basketball, because sa school merong basketball, sa barangay merong basketball, sa purok, ganun. So, sana maganda rin siyang gawin for individual sports. Kaya lang, yun nga, we need more avenues, more, maybe the private sector can invest. So siguro we need more collaborations from them. Since nagsilabasan yung mga yung mga private na people na nagbigay ng reward kay Carlos. So we would like to encourage them to invest sa younger generations din. Diba? Wag niyo nang hintayin na manalo. Mag-invest since may money naman. So we can actually do that if our government will make an effort to reach out to private citizens who can collaborate and support our individual talents as well.
I agree with that. Well, we have a good start since meron na siyang limelight na bigyan ng pansin. So, yung kagandahan is it will create noise and eventually, hopefully, hindi na siya magiging hype. That we're so excited first 3 months, tapos after a year walang na-set up na system. Sustainable system really to grow.
That's it.
Yung mga athletes natin. Again, it takes a lot of years. We're not just talking about time. We're talking about money at saka effort poured into this one. So, let's be patient with our growth, but it will be more effective if we set yung sistema na makakasustain talaga.
Long-term strategy and sustainability.
Yeah.
Ang dami nating napag-usapan. Let's move on to, gusto ko tong question na to. The last question. Would you rather be an Olympic gold medalist or live the life you have now?
Alam mo ba, nung nakita ko yung mga prizes ni Carlos Yulo, yung condominium, yung cash prize, yung mga businesses, yung mga perks. Sobrang dami. And then, I think one time when we were walking, pauwi tayo, and then I told you, yabi siguro kapag ikaw na si Carlos Yulo, hindi ka na makakapag-walking sa mall. Yung world mo, although you're popular, your world gets smaller. That's the thing about fame. And me as a guy who loves me time and time with my family, to roam around freely, I honor that. I like to preserve that more than anything. So of course, yung fame has its own place. But I think the consequence of being effective is fame. when you're so effective on one thing, you can't really stop, but you will be recognized on a global stage like Carlos Yulo and Manny Pacquiao. These people really are expert in their chosen field, and the consequence is fame.
But fame also has its consequences.
Right? It has its consequences, and there are people who can manage it well. There are people who can manage fame, leverage it for their own advantage and to advance their cause, especially in good ones. So that's why right now, I'm not rich like Yulo, but yung peace of mind ko is something that I really appreciate.
Okay pa naman.
Good, yeah. Yung sa yun, of course, we know the rewards and the awards, kay Carlos Yulo.
And the
What do you
amount
think?
of time you put into training to be that excellent, worthy of receiving a gold
That's right.
medal
That's right.
in the Olympics is not a joke.
Yeah.
It means you will have to sacrifice a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Many people envy, would say, and that's okay because we want to, live a life and to the full, and we can only have that if we have that kind of comfort money brings in. So people usually see the success, and that's just the tip of the iceberg,
Correct.
and they fail to see yung countless sleepless nights,
The
yung
sacrifice,
years of trainings, and the time in which Carlos Yulo sacrificed for his training. Yung mga
yung mga food na
Oppor-
hindi mo pwedeng kainin,
Right, yung
mga events na hindi mo pupuntahan,
events, right? Yung opportunities na na-miss mo because
time
you
spent with supposedly family,
Right.
friends, even
Yeah.
school.
right. We see the muscles of Carlos Yulo. It's big, especially yung biceps niya. But actually, it's not just a physical strength. It's more a mental, emotional strength. Imagine you have to show up every time there's training day.
And that's
Uh,
every day. I think
right?
all his life he's been training.
And you're doing the same thing. Most of the time, it gets boring. If you're doing it repeatedly, consistently. But this guy, showed up, and that's why he has this rewards right now.
Kapag hindi mo pa nakikita, hindi mo pa abot yung rewards, parang there are doubts pa coming in na, is this worth all the things I've given up?
Right.
Napakahirap.
That's true.
Nahirapan nga akong kumain ng tama eh.
Right.
Na wala naman akong competition.
Right.
How much more?
Right. I heard
athletes like
Cristiano Ronaldo
Mm.
mentioned this one time. Everybody wants to be Cristiano Ronaldo, but nobody wants to work like Cristiano
Yes.
Ronaldo. You see the
That's
grind,
true.
the grit. Nobody wants to pay the price. But right now, it's a good conversation because many kids, our hope is that because of the medals of Carlos Yulo, it will bring yung desire for the young generation to dream big. Not just to dream any kind of dream, but to dream big and do it big. Right?
Yeah, I am very grateful and honored to have witnessed his success in my lifetime, in this lifetime, because marami tayong natututunan.
Mm.
Ano lang, si Carlos is a representation actually of every Filipino who, do what they want to do, who give their best to achieve something they dream of. Parang ganon. So, inspire. It gives me so much hope to continue with my pursuits.
Right.
Kagaya niya.
Yeah.
Ikaw, ano yung greatest takeaway mo from Carlos Yulo's story?
Well, yung pera niya, yun yung takeaway ko. Gusto ko yung takeaway.
Penge.
Pero yeah, yung
Kahit isang property.
yeah, you can't fake grit talaga. Yeah. Yung grit ni Carlos is something that we can copy. And I think the thing about success is, the world will reward hard work. That's how it works. Regardless of your denominations or your belief, hard work really pays off. But more so, if you have this relationship with the Creator. So that's the thing that I really honor the most, that we have relationship with Jesus. And that's our greatest reward, I would say.
Yeah, you mentioned that the world honors
Hard work.
hard work. But kagaya ni Carlos, I'm sure there were days na he needed to recover. So recovery is also very important to
Right.
keep you going. In the same way, rest is important. So you can continue with your pursuit. So the world may reward hard work, but in our next life, it's very assuring to know na rest will be rewarded. Even now.
Right. Well, rest is sweeter when you've done your work, they say. And Carlos got both, rest at saka work. Really good. Well, that's our topic for today. I really enjoyed because timely, yung life ni Carlos Yulo, the price of success, family, fame, and fallout. If you have concerns, or reactions about our topic, feel free to interact with us. We're mostly active in Facebook, Modern Tribe, and of course, in our next episode, we'd love to hear from you. If there's any topic you want us to discuss, let us know as well. This is Modern Tribe, helping modern families
Embrace timeless values.
see.
This is Modern Tribe. Modern families, timeless principles.